What's up, everybody? You're here with the Fly Guy. All right, so I got the bike loaded up. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to hit the water. I have been sick for like a week and a half, so I am ready to fish. I just put this new sticker on my bike. I thought it was cool. And I am ready to go catch some carp, some smallmouth, some catfish on the fly rod. I don't care. I'm ready to catch something. Let's get out there and get after it. Oh, Bambi. All right, so I am out at the marsh. I've just hiked in. This may be one of the last times that I'm going to be able to fish this system this year. The water is receding very quickly. As you saw when I hiked in, the creek feeds this system. This is actually a man-made marsh, and a beaver took over, dammed up the creek a little bit, and the water, because it rose so high over the past few years, has blown that dam out. And during the summer months of July, August, and into the fall, this turns into a mud pit, almost no water. And as you can see, it's starting to get a little algae on it. It's probably as hot as bath water. But I know there's fish in here that have not gone back into the creek because of the time of year. And a lot of the fish that are in here are creek run fish. I'm fishing a juvenile crayfish pattern. It's the creek bugger carp version in Sparrow. And once it gets later in the season, I'll start throwing the orange color. But right now, I'm going all natural. This is what makes this time of year so difficult, is when the water recedes. These fish are able to access the roots of these bushes as they go down from the shore into the water. And unless you're out in the water, if it's shallow enough, you have to come up from behind and try to present. This is a real challenge, and it makes carp fly fishing that much harder. Oh, I had him. Oh, that was a big fish. Sometimes when conditions are tough like this and you can't get access to fish, if it's safe to do and you live in an environment where you can do it, you can wade in the water safely, sometimes you have to come up behind these fish just to even have a shot. There we go. There we go. That's a nice fish. Man. Almost walked out on top of him. There we go. Take some drag. Oh, swimming back at me. Swimming back at me. All right, you see this right here? When you see a fish do this, if you can safely do it, you walk right back out into the marsh and you make sure you can steer that fish's head out of cover. I'm fortunate enough here to where I've got gravel and I can walk out into this water. If not, you're probably gonna break fish off. But when fish do that, that is a tough scenario. And you're left with very few options other than to chase after them. Nice fish. Nice fish. All right, there we go. I had to work really hard for this fish. These fish are buried in weeds, sticks, bushes. With receding water, these fish are almost impossible to get to. I stepped out into a small opening and this guy was right there. I almost stepped on top of his head, but I was able to get a quick presentation in. He moved on it and that was it. Creek bugger, carp version in Sparrow. I'll have a link to it down below in the description. Let's go ahead and get him back. All right, so I just fought that fish through some cover and I wanted to show you guys this. I don't know if you can see it. I hope you can. But that leader is frayed right at the knot. This is why I always tell people, check your line, check your leader, and make sure that you are using strong fluorocarbon. I'm using 10-pound test here. Do not skimp. If that was a fish of 20 pounds, he could have easily broken me off, you know, just because he got in and amongst some sticks. But check your line, check your knot, and if you need to, retie, because the fish of a lifetime could be the next one up. All right, so that was kind of challenging. When you got to sneak up behind carp and you're in the water with them, man, I'm telling you what, when they're feeding really aggressively sometimes, it can actually be a hindrance because those fish will spook one another. And I mean, you can give it your best, but you're not gonna have as many shots. I had some shots at the end there, but those fish were really skittish. I was able to get close, but as you can see, I am completely encased in vegetation. So it's tough. You got to get in there with them and you got to be willing to spook fish to maybe get a couple. So I was thankful to be able to get that fish today. I was glad to be able to test out the new camera. It's sweet. It's sweet. I love it. It's really easy to record and the battery life is phenomenal. So there's going to be more footage coming up. I hope you enjoyed this video. I always want to share what I encounter out in the field, and if it can help somebody out there who's in pursuit of carp on the fly rod, I'm all about it. So it's a wonderful sport. Some days you knock them dead, some days you don't. That's just part of the game. You can grab the creek bugger carp version in Sparrow or any of my other color variations on my website at tfgflies.com. I do have an important update about my website. I had some crazy stuff go on in the past couple weeks. I've been working my butt off to get stuff fixed up, so stay tuned for that. That video is going to be coming out this week. If you like this video, go ahead and hit thumbs up, and if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to my channel for more fly fishing and fly tying videos. Thanks again for watching, everybody. Take care, and we'll catch you next time.